So I have some house cleaning to do. I take responsibility for the influence that I have. I take responsibility for that which I endorse. I take responsibility. It matters when I put my stamp on something, because then my people's gonna go and embrace it. But when I blindly put my stamp on individuals without properly testing the fruits of their spirit, which I did with individuals that I called friends around me, which I did with individuals that I incorrectly thought was family. And so because I operate on the highest levels and in the highest circles, I have to take responsibility for giving those endorsements, and then in retrospect finding out that these individuals are snakes and rats and not worthy of an endorsement, not worthy of anything. So to the governor of New Jersey and to Derek Green, a couple years ago, at the death of my nephew, of course, completely in ignorance, I put my endorsement on a family member that wasn't worthy of my endorsement. And I opened up the path. I created the path. I created the path for Razor Sharp to be at the table, at the governor's table, to do whatever in Trenton. But when you have the character flaw that the individuals that I put my stamp of approval on, including William Billy Hackett, the father of Sean Hackett, including Billy, including Sean Hackett, including Vincent Hall, Maurice Webb, William Athel Hunter, Dwight Hunter. I covered my brother and my sister, Terry and Larry. Larry calls himself a community organizer and doing the work, and called himself trying to work with me and all of that. And when Derek Green came, I had Larry and all of these individuals come through, not knowing individuals with the level of character flaws that these individuals have shouldn't be anywhere near our people in any way, shape, form, capacity. They shouldn't be working with families. They shouldn't be working with mothers, children. They can't teach finance. If you can't follow God's commandments, if you can't honor God's commandments, you can't teach nobody to be financially free. Will a man rob God? Yet you have robbed me, even this whole nation. You are cursed with a curse, for you have robbed me. So it don't matter how much financial literacy Larry Paul teaches. It don't matter how many free back to school haircut days William Billy Hackett does. It doesn't matter what Vincent Hall, none of them. When you have a character flaw where God's commandments, where the Holy Spirit of God, the Messiah, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, the disciples asked him, why can't I cast out the demon? He said, because you got the same faith that the demons have. You got fallen devil faith. And I have to come on record to the governor of New Jersey. who, after Derek Green, and we had the event at my home church, and I took Derek Green to Razor Sharp. And then I personally followed up with the governor's office. I personally followed up with the mayor. Office in Trenton and out in Hamilton Township. I personally, myself, set the appointment, met with the people, let them know we just had this event. Derek Green, assistant to the governor, came down to Razor Sharp, and this is what we decided that we want to do. We want to use Razor Sharp and Razor Sharp's connection with the people to give people the resources in mental health. People from our community that's going through trauma, who are not going to go to a psychiatrist, who are not going to go and sit down and seek out help. I did that follow-up. I made sure that the governor's office knew we had the event. It wasn't just an event where we just acknowledged William Hackett. No, that's not enough. There's too much suffering going on in Trenton to be focusing on Razor Sharp, to be focusing on William Hackett. To be letting Sean Hackett line his pockets, and Vince Hall line his pockets, and Larry Paul, and whoever else, Maurice Webb, and whoever else. If they want to come and make our people whole, and then out of the abundance from our people, having abundant life, then eat off of that, like at the feeding of the 5,000. God said, bless every head here, and don't put nothing in your mouth. Last time I checked, everybody in Trenton ain't good. How Razor Sharp good? How Vince Hall good? How Sean Hackett good? How Larry Paul good? So to the governor of New Jersey, if you want everybody in New Jersey to be good, we cutting out all middlemen.